Oh, sorry, I'm actually blind. That's a sentence I have to say a lot as a blind person. Once I was in the gym minding my own business on a machine doing whatever exercise, and I hear someone a few meters away say, "Oh, do you like the view?" I'm thinking to myself, uh-oh, we've got a bit of a gym creep here. I wonder what idiot is looking at this poor woman, making her uncomfortable. I don't hear a response from whoever she's talking to, but then I hear again, much closer to me now, did you hear me? Why are you staring at me? Now, I don't look stereotypically blind, but one thing I do, especially when I'm focusing, is just stare into the distance. And it turns out that I was unfortunately staring right at this woman while she was doing her exercise. I replied to the woman, who's now inches from my face, all up in my area. I say, "I'm very sorry, didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm actually blind. I was not staring at you, I was staring at nothing." She's not having any of it. She tells me to shut up, calls me a creep, storms off, gets a gym worker. I plead my innocence to them, but they are not listening to me. I was removed from the gym that day. The gym should be a safe space where everyone feels comfortable, but I promise you, not every guy in the gym is a creep.
Okay, this is something that we really gotta have a conversation on. First and foremost, shout out to that man right there for not letting his blindness disability impede his ability to go to the gym. You keep doing you, man. I'm proud of you. Now let's address who is wrong here in this situation, that being the female as well as the gym worker. We gotta have a talk. First and foremost, just because someone is staring in your direction doesn't mean they're looking at you being a gym creep. You don't own the direction that you're in. Not to mention as well, here you are doing something very, very wrong, being getting in someone's personal space as a means of trying to intimidate someone, all for what? Nothing. And as for the gym worker that had removed that blind individual, that is something that really needs to be called out. You should be ashamed of yourself. Has it ever occurred to you there, gym worker, that there are people that go to the gym that happen to have disabilities of some kind, whether it's a physical disability, in this case here blindness, or a mental disability? Just because they have a disability should not mean that they should be automatically labeled as freaks or creeps. They should not be labeled, period. They should be treated equally and with respect. You didn't handle the situation correctly, so to you especially, you need to do better. But there's actually a second part to this situation, so let's roll the clip.
In yesterday's video, I described how I was removed from a gym for staring at a woman after explaining that I was blind and definitely was not looking at her. The video's gotten a lot of traction and naturally has a lot of questions, so I'm going to give a bit more context in this video. A lot of people have said that because I don't look blind, the woman confronting me about staring is justified. I completely agree with this. However, after I told her I was blind and apologised, while also having my cane in my lap, I do think that her second reaction of forgetting the staff member was unjustified. I did walk out of the gym with my cane after I was asked to leave. A lot of people were saying surely the gym worker would have known I was blind after seeing my cane. The gym worker was quite young, I'd say probably 17, 18. They should know what a cane symbolises, but maybe they didn't, hence why they didn't retract their removal. A lot of people were asking why the gym didn't know that I was blind beforehand. Surely if I'm a member at the gym, they would know something like this. On this particular occasion, I was in a city that I don't live in. I'd gotten a day pass in a gym that I'd never been to before, and I was with one of my friends, so he didn't feel it necessary to explain to the gym staff that I was blind. At the time that the staring situation happened, my friend was down the other end of the gym while they'd set me up on my machine to do whatever exercises I was doing. Very unfortunate timing. If this situation would have happened today, I would have 100% argued my case. However, I did not have the confidence that I have now. This happened a couple of years ago. It's so sad that some women feel uncomfortable or anxious when in the gym because of a small percentage of people that have acted inappropriately. It's also really sad that awareness around disabilities just isn't good enough at the minute, and when you mix the two together, you make situations like I've described way more likely to occur.
Okay, so a few things to say right here. The fact that this individual actually had a cane with him, that right there should automatically be a telltale sign to any individual that has at least 2 functioning brain cells that can rub together to start a fire, that, oh, this individual probably has some type of disability. Maybe we should mind our business and not berate and belittle this individual. And whilst the gym worker in question is young, according to this individual, I don't really think that's too much of an excuse in my opinion, because here's the thing, when you're at that age, you're basically on the cusp of being an adult. Surely you should recognize what a cane symbolizes, right? To the young man in the video, I hope that you're doing a lot better and that you have more confidence when it comes to going to the gym. It's a shame that you didn't have the confidence a couple years ago when it happened, but I'm really glad that you shared this story and that it is gaining the recognition and traction that, in my opinion, deserves. In my honest opinion, it should also be mandatory to have training of some kind when it comes to dealing with people with disabilities, because reality check, disabilities are a very common thing, and rather than being combative and and disrespectful and judgmental towards them, you should learn to be accommodating and understanding. Just because you have legitimate gym creep behavior, that does happen, and I condemn that 150%, just because that ends up happening doesn't give you the right to conflate those bad situations with situations like these when someone with a disability is just trying to work out. And despite this young man apologizing and trying to explain his case, the woman reacted very, very poorly. So to the woman, you also need to do better and mind your own business. The gym is a place that is not only a shared space for everyone, but it's also a place where everyone should be treated equally. It doesn't matter whether they have a disability or not. I'm not saying you have to literally kiss everyone's ass, but be respectful. It doesn't matter who you are, who you think you are, etc., etc. The thing is, when you pay for a membership, you are on equal footing just like everyone else at the gym. You're not above them, you ain't below them. So let's work on making gyms a better place for everyone and be accommodating and respectful, because gyms really are a beautiful thing. They improve you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Take it from someone that's been going there for almost 17 years. I can vouch for that firsthand. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys very much for watching. Have yourself a damn good one.